If you can get through doing things that you hate to do, on the other side is greatness. Suffering is a test. That's all it is. Suffering is the true test of life. You address pain by facing it. You face it every day. You face it every single day of your life. You cannot judge yourself by the so-called social competition that you've made up in your mind. Life is a race that you run completely alone. Never let people who choose the path of least resistance steer you away from your chosen path of most resistance. A lot of us don't know about another world that exists for us because it's on the other side of suffering. I had to use all this negative asterisk D that was making me weak and horrible as a person and say, hold up, this might be exactly what I need. The darkness is exactly what I need. The only way that you're going to get to the other side of this journey is by suffering. You have to suffer in order to grow. Some people get it, some people don't. The mind is the most powerful thing in the world. The mind has capabilities that are unknown, and being able to tap into that is on the other side of suffering. When you think you're done, you're only at 40% of your body's capability. The human body can withstand a hell of a lot more than most of us think possible, and that all begins and ends in the mind. As humans, we're reading books every day to try to figure out how to be someone else. What we don't do is go inside, turn ourselves inside out, and read our own story. You have to look inside to find out what you really want. We have the ability to go into such a space. If you're willing to suffer, and I mean really suffer, your brain and body, once connected together, can do anything. If you want to get better, do the things that no one else wants to do. Do the things that no one is even thinking about doing. Be more than motivated, be more than driven. Become literally obsessed to the point where people think you're king nuts. Everybody wants a quick fix. You may get results, but they won't be permanent. The permanent results come from you having to suffer. When I cross the finish line of a big race, I see that people are ecstatic, but I'm thinking about what I'm going to do tomorrow. It's as if my journey is everlasting and there is no finish line. The reason it's important to push hardest when you want to quit the most is because it helps you callous your mind. It's the same reason why you have to do your best work when you are the least motivated. The vast majority of us are slaves to our mind. Most of us don't even make the first effort when it comes to mastering their thought process, because it's a never-ending chore and impossible to get right every time. You are giving up instead of getting hard. Tell the truth about the real reasons for your limitations, and you will turn that negativity, which is real, into jet fuel. Those odds stacked against you will become a damn runway. When you fall down, focus on the solution, not the problem. You might quit or fail 100 times. Keep that clear picture of where you want to be. Continue to put obstacles in front of yourself, because that's where you'll find the friction that will help you grow even stronger. Before you know it, you will stand alone. It's funny, humans tend to hatch our most challenging goals and dreams, the ones that demand our greatest effort, yet promise absolutely nothing when we are tucked into our comfort zones. No matter who you are, who your parents are or were, where you live, what you do for a living, or how much money you have, you're probably living at about 40% of your true capability. If you're not physically and mentally prepared for what life is going to throw at you, then you're just going to crumble, and then you're no good to nobody. It's so easy to be great nowadays because everyone else is weak. If you have any mental toughness, if you have any fraction of self-discipline, the ability to not want to do it, but still do it, if you can get through to doing things that you hate to do, on the other side is greatness. When you're exhausted, weak, and tired, and everyone around you looks just as bad as you or even worse, that's the perfect time for you to make a statement. You let everyone around you know that when their life ends, that's when yours begins. Everybody wants a quick fix like 6-minute abs. You may get some results from it, but those results won't be permanent. The permanent results come from you having to suffer. You have to make that a tattoo on your brain so that when the hard time comes again, you don't forget it. Having lived the life I've lived and seeing the other side, not being afraid to attack what was in front of me has made me happy.